What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. So my name is Chanina, girl. If you're new here, welcome. Okay, so we're just kicking off another vlog for today, you guys. I don't know what's gonna go on today, but it should be interesting, I guess. Anywho, I am going to be working throughout the day, so you'll see a little bit of that. Oh, you know what? Let me go back. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I hope that your Monday is starting off awesome, which means that you're going to have an even more awesome week, right? Or we'll say, we hope we are, right? But we're going to talk it into existence, okay? But yeah, so y'all, I stayed up last night. Girl, what time did I go to bed this morning? About 4 or something. Yeah, I was busy last night, so I'm like really tired. But I got my coffee though. Got me some cold coffee, so hopefully I don't crash later on. Sometimes later on, about 4 or 5 o'clock or so, the coffee starts to wear off. But yeah, so my break is over, so let's just go ahead and get into the vlog today. Alright, y'all, so I've got a few minutes. I'm logging into my stuff right now, and I was sitting here thinking, I was like, okay, well, I think we did a work with me video before where I let you guys listen to me take a call and stuff like that, so we're gonna do it again in this video. And it's basically for people who are curious. I get a lot of questions about Arise, and some people are not really sure exactly what they'll be doing. They know they'll be working from home, but they don't know, they haven't grasped what that means as far as like offering customer service and stuff like that. So basically, in a nutshell, okay, so you know how every company has a customer service number that you call. Every company has some sort of tech support number that you know, some sort of service number that you can call if you need assistance for anything, right? So when you call that number, you're speaking to somebody who's either sitting in a brick and mortar building where it's them and like 50 other people handling calls from customers, or you're sitting at home like I do and you're doing the same thing. All right, so I hit the go. So that's me autoing in. So when you pull up your phone system to get your calls and stuff, you have to auto in. So the light has to be green, saying that basically you're okay for a call to come in. Okay, so keep in mind that's the only time you get paid. If you're not ready to accept calls, I can be sitting here for 30 minutes, but if my phone system is not up and ready to accept calls, even if there's no call for the whole 30 minutes, if I'm not ready to accept the call when it comes in, then I don't get paid, right? I just wasted 30 minutes of my time. All right. I probably should have made my coffee a little bit stronger. Chanina, may I have your name, please? Good afternoon, Miss Davenport. How are you today? Sure, I'll be happy to check with you. Have you? Awesome, welcome back. I do see you're calling from 20. In what state or province do you reside in? Thank you. I'm just gonna confirm your email address, please. Oh, okay. All right. And how many days? Uh-oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. A 4-day? All right. Let's take a look here. And how many guests are going to be in each cabin? And are they past cruisers, or will this be a first cruise for them? Oh, awesome. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so let's take a look at some rates here. I heard you mention 2 dates, so let me see if I can see those. 4 days for the 12th. Let's see. And one for the 26th. Were those the 2 dates you were kind of looking at, the 4 days? Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's see, so we'll look at the 12th first. So this is our Western Caribbean. So both cruises are going to sail on fun days at sea and returns back on the 18th. So let me take a look here and see. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yep, boarding time is between 1 and 3. And then they're going to pull off at around 4 o'clock. And we're looking at interiors, 3 close as possible. So let's see, I'm taking a look at our rates here. Did we have any? Okay. All right. So we do have an did you have a preference on where you'd like to be located on the ship? Okay. Let's see. So maybe like one of the higher decks, somewhere between 7 and 9, midship. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. All right, so let's see. Looking at, let's see, I have some options here. I have a midship cabin on deck 5. I have cabins on the starboard side and the port side. And so we'll do the cabin for 2 first, and then we'll go to the rates for if there's just 1 guest in the cabin. Is that okay? Okay. So under the guest in the cabin, and we went with deck 5 midship. The grand total would be $1001.48, so $1,001.48. That is for the cabin that has 2 guests in it. Sure. So it was $1,001.48, and then the deposit. Okay. So that is for a cabin with 1, and there were some cabins right next door, so all 3 cabins can be located right next door to each other. Okay. So if the other cabins that have 1 guest, they're and that also includes Well, let's see. For the cabin, it's still going to be based on. Let's see. Yes, ma'am. Right. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, because it's a single I'm sorry. Go ahead. You would. Yeah, because the difference would be the taxes, fees, and port expenses. So. Okay. Yeah. Right, and we do encourage that when we have guests that are selling in a cabin alone. We try to encourage to have a second guest come with them because you can actually split the cost of the cabin and it'll be less for the both of you, if that makes sense. Um, well, unfortunately, I don't have an extension, but right, you can. You can do that as well. We have a lot of guests that do that. They just pay for their whole cruise. Okay, awesome. Again, I'll go ahead. You're welcome. Okay, so work day for taking calls is done. Y'all, I'm tired, a lot of talking, back to back calls, but I wanted to get a full call where somebody was like actually booking a cruise and stuff like that, but the calls were coming in back to back, so I didn't have a chance to do that. So I was able to catch the first call that came through, and as you guys can see, nobody is perfect, okay? I had my phone, it went off. I thought it was still on, well, I thought it was on silent. I forgot to switch it back over to silent. I normally keep it on silent, but lately I've been having to put it on ringer. So anyway, it went off, so you guys saw that. So don't make that mistake, okay? Good thing I have some really good headsets because the guests didn't even hear it, and then I immediately, when I heard it, I started talking or whatever. So it was almost kind of like it didn't happen, even though I knew it happened. So you definitely don't want to have any background noise. Try to eliminate that as much as you can. Get you some really good headsets, just in case, okay? But that don't mean just have everything in your house on, your TV loud, music playing, you got videos playing on your phone and all that. That don't mean do all that. But what I'm saying is, for mistakes that happen, like with me today where my phone started ringing, you'll eliminate any issues that might come behind having background noise for that. So luckily enough, I was able to catch it before it kept ringing, and then I kind of just kept my flow. I wasn't distracted or anything. Now when that happened, you'll see, well, you saw that there was a little bit of a silence with me trying to fiddle with the phone and turn the ringer off or whatever. What actually was going on was I was turning the ringer off, but at the same time listening to what she was saying, because she was talking to me, repeating back to me what I had just went over with her to make sure she had it right, because she was writing all of it down. So it kind of worked out, you know what I mean? But yeah, so the workday is done. Now I did have another break prior to the end of the workday, so it's been like a few hours. Like it's been so many hours that don't went by. So since this morning, but let me see, what was I about to say? Oh, during my last break, I was able to go in the kitchen and kind of pick up where I left off last night. Last night, I was in the kitchen kind of sanitizing everything with bleach and water and soap and stuff, like the seasoning tops and all of that stuff. And I started throwing my baskets in the dishwasher. So I started doing that. So let's just go in here, y'all. Y'all, she trying to get off punishment, honey. She done wrote me 2 notes asking can she get off punishment early because it's been 96 hours. Today she left a note saying it's been 196 hours. Girl. Okay, so this is where I left off in the kitchen. All of this has been wiped down and sanitized. There's my water. I've got some baskets and some other dishes running in the dishwasher, and then I was able to wipe down all of this stuff. So at some point today, I'm going to come back and kind of finish this up. I've already wiped off this shelf, so that shelf is good. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do in this little area because it's bothering me so bad. I don't know why that's bothering me, but it is. And I have an extra basket at the top because this was a basket that was in the refrigerator, and it had like our lunch meat and stuff in it. But then of course the basket became empty, and there was no point in keeping two baskets that were really low, so we just combined one, ended up with the extra one, which originally started off in this pantry. So, or maybe a few other different places. Y'all, when I'm rearranging stuff, I try to utilize what I already have. I don't like buying extra stuff and then it ends up not being used. So I try to just use what I have, okay? So I don't know, I might take that basket and put like these noodles and stuff in there. There's noodles on the shelf, so I might actually take them back to the shelf. Girl, I don't know what I'm about to do with this, but whatever it is, I'm sure I'll be satisfied with it in the end for right now. Alright, so it's Monday, Money Making Monday. So I'm going to try to get these shoes listed. These are Olivia's shoes that she can't fit anymore. I was looking at them to see how much they would go for. And I'm not going to price them too high because, I mean, even though they don't look too bad, you could tell they've been worn. So I'm going to use that sponge thing that I got at the Dollar Tree to clean that up. And then these shoes, same thing, Vans, and these look pretty good, so I could probably list these for a little bit more than these are just the classic whites. And then she has these other Vans, so if you haven't noticed the pattern, she likes Vans and Converses. Even though the last 2 pairs of shoes that we purchased were Levi's, the only reason those were that those caught her eye was because they were similar to the Converses. I mean, to the Converse. And they didn't have the Converse in her size. So with these were her favorite shoes at one point in time. So she's really worn these a lot. They still kind of look okay. I mean, just a good cleanup, but with these, I can't figure out what the size is. You know what? Let me stop, because I probably can. These are unisex shoes. So if a men's, it's say men's 5. So then what's a woman's? Oh, you know what? I might still be off with that. Because these are men's 5.5, but a women's 7. So what does that mean for those shoes then? Let's see. These are men's 5, so these are women's 6.5. So maybe same thing for these, but the size has been rubbed off. So I'm gonna say it's safe to assume that since these are a 5 men, that they're gonna be a size 6.5 in women. So I don't know, but honestly, I might go with my first mind, because my first mind, when I couldn't figure out what the size was before I just decided to look at the other shoes, my first mind was saying just donate them. I'm pretty sure somebody is in need of shoes, and these are They're not raggedy or nothing. They're in good condition. They're a little dusty, but they're still wearable. So I'm going to go ahead and go with my first mind and donate those. And then she has these slides that she's never worn because they never fit her from the beginning. These are a size 7. So I'm gonna go ahead and list these. The last pair of slides that I listed sold pretty fast, so hopefully those will sell pretty fast too. Right, so I have all of my drafts created for these shoes, so I'm gonna come over here and try to get at least one photo. The other shoes I do have to clean up a little bit, but I figure I could get one photo up and then do the other 3 drafts at some point today. So this is, it's kind of bootleg how I take my photos, y'all. I mean, you just have to use what's around you in order to make stuff work. So this is what we have going. This is the setup that I have currently. So I'm right here by the window where the sunlight is coming in. Then I have a lamp right there. Now at night, when the sun starts to go down, this is not a good area to take photos because you see how the shadow is starting. So it's deeper than that, and then the walls are like yellow and all that. It's just the photo ends up looking a hot mess. So I'm gonna see if I can try to get a good photo with these shoes. So I really like this phone. This is a Galaxy Note 8, and I'm so used to my other phone, so I'm still trying to kind of learn this phone a little bit, but it takes awesome pictures, and I've been kind of using it to film some of my videos, like different clips or whatever. So I don't know if you guys could tell the difference in quality, but let me show y'all how the picture turned out. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use these. They turned out pretty good the first time. So you can see it. That's one. See, that takes really good photos. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and upload this photo to eBay, and then we'll move on from there.